Hey guys, welcome to BECodes.co.za series on BE Simplified. So the first thing we're going to look at today is we're going to look at the different classes of companies or the different levels of companies as specified by the amended BEE codes. There's three different sizes of companies with each with its own set of rules and regulations and its own sets of requirements for verification. So the first one we're going to look at is EME. EME or Exempt Micro Enterprise. Now, to qualify as an EME under the standard generic codes of good conduct, pretty much what you have to have is you have to have a turnover of lower than 10 million rand. So if your company turns over less than 10 million rand a year, you are automatically an EME and you are exempt from BEE verification. So you don't need to be verified. You're exempt from BEE, you automatically get qualified as a level 4 BEE compliant company if you are white owned, if you are more than 51% black owned, you are automatically a level 2, and if you are 100% black owned, you are automatically a level 1. So that's an EME. So EMEs doesn't need to be verified. If however you are an EME and you feel that you can achieve a better level than a level 4, say for instance you 49% black owned, you're not exactly 51, but you could probably reach a level 2 or a level 1, level 2 or a level 3, you are allowed to have yourself qualified under the QSE rules or the QSE requirements. We'll get to those just now. But basic rule of thumb, an EME doesn't need to be verified. You're automatically level 4, level 2 or level 1. And that's that. All you need is you need to complete an affidavit and get it stamped by a commissioner of oaths. And that is it. There's a template for the affidavit on our website, or there's also a form that you can complete and it will automatically mail you the affidavit in the correct form so that you can just take it to a commissioner of oaths and get stamped. Button is below. The second company size that we're looking at is a QSE or qualifying small enterprise. A qualifying small enterprise under the standard amended codes of good conduct is between 10 million and 50 million turnover per year. So if your company turns between 10 million and 50 million per year, you are a QSE or a qualified small enterprise. The rules are a little bit more difficult for QSEs. You have to adhere to the same set of rules and regulations or the same points for verification as a generic company. But you do have a little bit of leeway. A couple of things are still easier. But a QSE is between 10 and 50 million. The only differences is a 51% black owned QSE. Black owned QSE is automatically a level 2, and a 100% black owned QSE is automatically a level 1. So if you're a 51% black owned QSE or a 100% black owned QSE, you also still just need to do that same affidavit. On the site you can go to the form, complete it, press submit, it will print it out for you, you take it to a commissioner of oaths and your company is BEE verified. If you're a white owned QSE however, then you go into the arena of all the different requirements, which is ownership, skills development, procurement, a whole bunch of other ones. We'll go through that in a different video. But then you're going to have to get your stuff in order. The reality is that a QSE, it's easier to become BEE compliant than with a generic company, but you need to work at it throughout the year. It's not something that you can jump on and do at the end of the year. Okay, and then we've got the last level of company, which is a generic company. Now, a generic company is any company who does a turnover of higher than 50 million per year. So if your turnover in your company is higher than 50 million rand per year, a generic company, and then you are hit with the full might of the new BEE codes. So then you're going to have to go through all the different requirements, and I'm not going to lie to you, it's not easy. You're going to struggle to hit your BEE targets. It's been made very, very difficult, and there's a whole lot of things that you've got to go through, but it's not impossible. You know, there are some points that's easier to get than others, and it's not impossible to become compliant. But once again, we will discuss the requirements for a generic company in a different video. So there you got it. There's pretty much the 3 levels of companies for the new amended BEE codes. You've got your EMEs, QSEs, and your generic companies. Cheers!